Hello everyone, this is Ryan, and today I would like to show some of my Fall Guys creative maps. So starting off with first Fall Guys level, very cool and original name. But this was made back when Fall Guys creative mode was very new, practically when it was like first ever launched. So the budget was only 1,000. There was a lack of obstacles and platforms and stuff that you could add in your maps. So yeah. And the flipper is not working here, as you can see, because well, the Fall Forever update physics. The Fall Forever update came out like 2 years ago, I'm sure. But obviously it's still around, and the Fall Forever update is just completely broken this map. The flipper just does not work anymore. So I've tried like 100 times to see if maybe there's a certain technique you can use to still be able to beat the map, but no, you cannot. The flipper just does not work like how it used to. So because of that, this is an unbeatable map. So if you think you can get launched far enough with the flipper, feel free to. All of the share codes for my maps are at the middle top of the screen. So feel free to play these and feel free to record yourself if you want. So yeah, feel free. So yeah, first Fall Guys level, very basic, very short. Yeah, so let's move on to the next map. So here we have Birthday Bounce, my second Fall Guys map. I really like that name. I don't know where I came up with that. Birthday Bounce. I really like the name. And once again, this map was made when Fall Guys creative mode was quite new. So again, there's a lack of obstacles here because the budget was only 1,000, and also the budget that not the budget, the obstacles that we had at the time was very it's a very small amount of stuff that we had back then. Yeah, but it's basically just everything back then, at least, that you can bounce on. So you know, the drums, whatever that triangle thing's called, the bumpers, the doors, the hot air balloons, the top part of the hot air balloons anyways. Yeah, I mean sure, you can see some stuff in the far distance like the slime and the boxing gloves. You might be wondering, but those don't bounce you. True, they don't, but they launch you. Well, the boxing glove launches you, which gives off like an impression of bouncing. And the slime, to go faster than the slime, you jump, dive, jump, dive, jump, dive. So, you know, jump diving, jump diving, jump diving gives off the impression of bouncing also. So, yeah. You know, funny thing about this, back then I had my friend play this map, and he said it was really hard, at least the first part of the map anyways, because he found it hard to time his jumps on the bumpers to make it to the yellow triangle. So I had to go back and add the tiny drums so that he was able to make it to the triangle, and he said he beat the map when there was only seconds to go. So yeah, that was kind of tight. very close, you nearly lost. You had seconds to go. And yeah, the hammers don't bounce you, but again, they launch you, so it gives off the impression of being bounced. So yeah, that is off the bounce. And then here we have my third map, Beanastic Fall. And just like the two previous maps, I feel like this is getting old to say this, but this was made like back then when the budget was only 1,000, and well, you know the rest. I'm not gonna repeat because it's getting really repetitive saying that. Yeah, so this is Beanastic Fall. I was struggling what to call it back then when I had to give it a name. So I just went, fuck it, I'll give it the most lame basic name ever, and I just combined, sorry, I basically just combined Fantastic and Fall, and then just Beanastic Fall. You see what I did? Yeah. But anyways, I don't really know what to say for this. Here's a speedrun strat, I guess, to go a little bit faster there. I like Fall Guy maps that have a ton of routes in them and paths and stuff. Like there when I got launched by the Pink Hammer, for example. The Pink Hammer is, you know, a faster way to get to where you gotta go. Like, it's faster, but it's harder and riskier to pull off. And then you have the side bits, the boom blasters, which is slower, but safer and easier to perform. Like, I like Fall Guy maps that have a ton of routes. Like, it has a section where it's hard to do, but it's faster, and you know, it's faster but harder and riskier to do. Like here, for example, the slime bit that you see there with the spinning hammers, that's a faster route, but it's harder and riskier to do. And then the side bits, which I'm on right now, the blue, you know, the blue conveyor belts, it's slower, that path, but it's easier and safer. Like, it's an easier and safer route to go. So, I don't know why, I just like Fall Guy maps like that. A fast route that's faster but harder to do, and then side bits or whatever, slower but easier and safer to perform. I kept fucking up here, as you can see. Kept fucking up. Right, but watch what happens when I finally do qualify though. Like, just watch. I'm just gonna stay quiet until it happens, just watch. Bam! Look! I hit the fucking finish line. Effects, confetti, but look what happens. I ended the clip and look, fucking disconnected. Are you fucking kidding me? Serial navigation, my fourth map. This was made like 3 or 4 months ago. I can't remember exactly. So let's just say 4. No, I can't remember exactly when I made this. So let's just say 4 months ago. So serial navigation was made 4 months ago. it's a good thing because creative mode now has a ton more things that you can do in it. It has more obstacles, more platforms, more items in general that you could add into your map. And the budget has went from 1,000 to 2,500. So 1,000 budget to 2,500 budget. Now that is really good, and it has a bunch of other stuff that you can do, like you can overlap stuff. You have rotation controllers, and ever since the Tropical Bonanza update, you have the movement controller, which is kind of like the rotation controller, except instead of like going in a circle, it goes like straight forwards, or it can go like in a certain path. So I mean, this was made months before the Tropical Bonanza update came out, so you know, I never had access to the movement controller. But yeah, because of the increased budget and stuff, this map has a ton more going on than my last previous maps. And just like Birthday Bounce, I had a friend of mine play this, and he said it was increasingly difficult, so I had to go back to this map and retweak some things. I've had to remove some stuff and add new stuff. So what you're seeing here isn't the final result. Like for example, at this bit, it used to be like the I can't remember what it's called. I'll probably put like an image of it on screen, but it used to be like the pink and white like thing. Okay, I'm just gonna show the picture because I'm terrible at describing things. And you would have to, it would be like flipped over, so you'd have to like jump on it, and you'd have to move into it to like get it to spin. I don't even know if that makes sense. And there was a section where there was like spinning blocks, and you'd have to like time your jumps. Those don't exist in the map anymore. I removed them and retweaked the map to make it a bit easier for my friend to be able to qualify. He did. Now I don't know, but this map, even when it was first made, I didn't really find it that hard. Well, I mean, like even in like the final product, my friend still like really struggled with it. And also I'm experiencing a little bit of lag here. I grabbed the chicken, it wasn't showing up, and I hit the wall with my rubber chicken, and the cracking effect is a little delayed, so that's a bit weird. I think it's something to do with the Wi-Fi in my room. The Wi-Fi in my room hasn't really been the best. Hasn't really been the best of recently. You know, which would probably explain why I got DC'd in Fantastic Four. And here we have Sci-fi Stumble. The name is a reference to Skyline Stumble, and also because I couldn't really think of a proper name for this map, I guess you could say. But this is futuristic themed. I hardly see any futuristic themed maps, so I decided to give it a go. I don't really know how to make this futuristic feeling. I tried with like the barrels and slime coming out of the barrels, and I tried to follow the futuristic colour palette. The yellow arrows here is not from the futuristic. It's not like the yellow arrows are not the futuristic scheme of colour. Like it's not the colour scheme from the futuristic era. It's actually from this the space colour. If I remember correctly, it's from the space colour palette. But most things here is from the futuristic colour palette. Wow, I just stopped the video. Wow. I have a major stuttering problem. I would literally give anything to get rid of my stuttering problem. But that's on the just like my other, well, I mean, actually no, I was gonna say, just like my other maps, I have two paths. One is faster, but not really. Well, I mean, yeah. This is the slower one, but it's not necessarily said easier, because you have to like time your jump so you don't get hit with the bars. It's quite quick paced, this map. That wasn't really what I necessarily meant. But I guess I'm just rolling with her. It's a very fast paced map. This is probably, actually, you know what? This is probably a really, well, it's probably not the best map, but it could maybe be a good map for speedrunners, maybe perhaps. Would maybe like to see some speedrunners well, not just speedrunners, but maybe Fall Guys players like in general attempt to speedrun at this. Yeah, so checkpoint there. Yeah, like here for example, this is not a futuristic colour scheme. This is just, I can't remember what colour scheming like the yellow and orange and red is, but it's definitely not futuristic. Yeah, I was kind of running out of ideas at the end here. That's why you kind of like walk over. Basically where you started, and then there's a finish line behind the slime, so yeah. Wilderness Trouble. We're nearly at the end of all of my maps that I've made in the Fall Guys creative mode. But Wilderness Trouble is my first points themed level. Like it's the first level of mine that introduces points. All of the rounds you've seen so far, first Fall Guys level, Birthday Bounce, Beanastic Fall, Series Navigation, Sci-fi Stumble, those are all course rounds, which basically just means like race rounds. But Wilderness Trouble here, however, is a points level, so you need to score points in order to qualify. Now the name Wilderness Trouble actually comes from an old map of mine that I did make at some, like, it comes from an old map that I've made but is now been unpublished because it's just a shit map, and it's lost forever because I deleted it. It was a shit map. Before the Series Navigation map was made, I tried to get back into Fall Guys, like I tried to get back into like the Fall Guys creative maps. So I've made something called Wilderness Trouble. Not this one, but I'll show like the original Wilderness Trouble on screen right now. So that was the original Wilderness Trouble, and again, it was made before my serial navigation map, and I made this, like, I made the original Wilderness Trouble to try and get back into making Fall Guys creative maps, but as I said, I have unpublished it and deleted it, because it's not very good. It was a survival map, but I mean, just look at it. What part of this looks survival to you? So, I did have two of my friends play it, and they said it wasn't really good. So, yeah. I knew it wasn't good, but I lied to myself and published it anyways. So after I deleted the original Wilderness Trouble, I went on to make the serial navigation map, and after I made that, you know, I sort of got back into making Fall Guy maps. I mean, sure, I'm not the best at map making. Alright, here, by the way, if you drop an egg in the water, you lose 5 points. Yeah. You lose, like, if you drop an egg in the water here, you lose 5 points. On the other side of the water, I was going to make it, so, like, on the other side of the water with, like, the lily pads that launch you, I was going to make it so that, like, at that part of the water, if you fell in the water, you would lose 5 points. Like, here, at this part of the water which I'm at right now, I was going to make it so that if you fell in the water there, you would lose like 5 or 3 points. But I never implemented it because I ran out of budget. I never had enough budget to imply that. So, you know, at the other bit of the water, if you fall into it, you don't lose points. If you drop an egg here though, you will lose points. 5 points exactly. But I think I've said everything, like every fun fact about this map. Where the name came from, and stuff, came from my old map, as I've already mentioned. I made this almost immediately after Sci-fi Stumble. It's one of my best looking maps in terms of, like, the design. But yeah, this is Wilderness Trouble, I suppose. Not really much else to say, so I'm gonna qualify. Right, Pirates Territory. This is the final map in this video. And Pirates Territory you unfortunately cannot play, because I did unpublish it and I did delete it, which I really regret. It's pirate themed at night, which I think is a really cool theme. Because as far as my knowledge, nobody has done a Fall Guys map that is not only pirate themed, but at night. Like, I know people has done like night themed levels and pirate themed levels, but this is like both of them mixed together. I think, like, I could be wrong, but I think I'm the first ever map creator to make a pirate themed level that's also like got like a night element to it. But yes, the reason why I deleted this map. Oh, also my fault. Well, ignoring the original Wilderness Trouble, this is my first ever survival map. But yeah, the reason why this is no longer available is cause I thought it's a little boring and repetitive. I mean, it is just moving from bridge logs to other bridge logs to avoid like the cannonballs and the waves incoming. So But even though it's boring and repetitive, I still kinda regret getting rid of the map. Because I could have, like, maybe have improved it, but instead, I got rid of it. But who knows? Maybe you guys would have found it fun. I really don't find it's hard at all. But my friend gave this a go, and he said it was really hard. Like, the waves incoming isn't hard, but rather the cannonballs. Tywin has jumps on the starfish to bounce over the cannonballs. He said was very hard to time. Me personally, I don't really find it hard. You wait for the cannonball to get to a certain distance and then you jump on the starfish to bounce over it to save yourself. Me personally, I don't really find that hard to time at all. But hey, I guess everybody has like a different perspective of when they play games, so it's alright. But I did delete this. But who knows? Maybe I will remake this. I don't know. Currently, as of now, I've kinda lost motivation to make more maps to Fall Guys. But if I do make another map, I definitely want it to be like a survival themed map. Because I want to have made every like theme of map that I can. I've made course rounds, I've made a points level. All I need to do is have like a survival round, and then I have like all of the themes in terms of like the gameplay, you know, like survival and stuff. I guess you can say this counts, but it no longer exists. So me personally, I wouldn't count this in what I just said there. It's 5 minutes long, which at the time of, like, when I made this, I thought 5 minutes long was appropriate. Fuck, I cannot. Bruh, I speak English and yet I can't even pronounce some English words. Fuck me, man. No, yeah, but like, anyways, you know, I made this 5 minutes because the original Fall Guys creative maps, like Hexagon and stuff, is 5 minutes long. So I thought making this 5 minutes long is appropriate, because this is like a final round. I would consider this a final round, but looking back at that, I maybe should have changed it to 3 minutes, because 5 minutes of just doing this all over again is kind of repetitive. Oh, close fucking call there. Nearly got hit by a cannonball just by trying to move. And then that was also fucking risky. I touched the water. And that's all my Fall Guys creative maps that I have or have made. Like and subscribe. If not, that's okay. That's completely your choice. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. So take care, and I will see you until then. Bye everyone.